Good morning, guys. Those of you that know me in real life, you will know what I'm doing right now. I just wanted to say I'm crazy exhausted, and the main point is that people that I have to deal with in this life at the moment are just so difficult, and it's crazy because I never understand how people can operate from their ego so much and consider themselves and what they do and what they need to do or whatever as so crazy important that there's no flexibility, there's no thinking logically about, okay, what are we trying to achieve? What can we do? Let's do it. How do we get there fastest? No. Everything has to be according to the protocol. And if this is not this way, then this cannot be like this. And no. I'm like losing it, but I have a coffee. You know, it's also what the main point is that why are people, first of all, always assuming the negative. If someone cannot comply 100% to your expectation or schedule, why do you need to assume the negative straight away? Why can you not assume something positive or just assume nothing? And be kind and just look at, okay, what are we working with here? How can we come together? Like, what is this constant working against one another? I do not understand this. And this is a human issue in general, but here in Germany, it just gets extremely visible once you work with people here and once you work with institutions here. Because everything here is extremely slow. Nothing is efficient, and people always think that Germany is such an efficiency-focused country. No, it's like literally ridiculous. And when you're doing your own thing and you're working super fast, like the way I work, and once you have to cooperate, work within an institution here, it's gonna fry your brain on a different level because things are not making any sense. There's no logic. It's just, no, it's not like this and not like this, and let's all do everything we can to work against one another. Please. Please, let's make everybody's life more difficult, and let's print out everything in paper and write letters also. Yeah, guys. Anyways, have an appointment now, so I'm racing from one thing to the other. Because I was just at Avi in Bremerhaven, and now I'm going to ZMT, which is the institute where I will be writing my thesis as well, and where I also did my bachelor's thesis on the mantas. And I'm meeting with my supervisor because I am still trying to publish the manta ray data as a research paper, as a research article, and yeah, we're gonna sit down and speak about that. I'm very excited for that, even though I'm not as excited because of this other stuff that the university needed me to do. Now I'm not prepared, and I feel bad because I'm already taking her, like my supervisors, I'm already taking her time for this meeting, and I'm not as prepared as I would have liked to be. I always want to respect people's time. But yeah, I could not do more, and I think also sometimes it's okay for me to get to an understanding of you're already doing enough and it's okay, not everything has to be perfect all the time. But yes, so this is happening in 45 minutes, and then I will see how to go about my manta paper. I really want to get this done before starting my master's project in the fall, but yeah, full of uni lectures until the summer, and then the summer is full of trips, so I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I will find a way, as I always do. Anyways, this is just like a little small piece of why I'm not posting anything and I'm not active, because I'm honestly, once I get home, I drop dead. I slept 5 hours this night. Guys, I honestly have to say that all of the women that I have met in marine science, especially here in Bremen, are just amazing.
I just had a meeting, and it's just great to work with women in this field. Like, I cannot even give you any details because then I would be shading other people, but I'm just so grateful to have met the scientists that I have met and that they are willing to be of guidance for me. Like, I could cry right now because it's just so, I value that so much, and they don't have to do that, because giving me guidance right now doesn't help them at all. And just, being calm and sitting down with you and taking time, and not stressing you out, and not, being understanding, and not assuming that, oh, if you didn't manage to do something until that deadline, then you're lazy, but like seeing the whole human being, and seeing beyond what is superficially visible is something that I have only seen in female scientists that have been my supervisors or teachers or professors. So I'm just really, really, really grateful. But yeah, for context, I just had my appointment, my talk with my supervisor for publishing my manta data, and she gave me so much amazing guidance, and now I know where to start. And even though I'm so exhausted, because we just had the final presentation for this other module that I did, which was exhausting, and I have a headache and I just want to sleep. But now, after this talk, I'm so motivated to just get started, and I know specifically how to get started and what my next steps are. Like, even I went into this meeting thinking I want to drop dead and go to sleep, and now I'm like, maybe I can start doing this thing because it's not going to take that much time. And now I'm curious again, and I'm motivated again to work on my data. It was so nice. I don't even know how to put into words how much I appreciate this. Yeah. It does mean everything. And I think if I didn't have that, at this stage in my career, I would have continued because I'm a persistent little tick, like this is my goal, and I want to become a scientist, and I want to do a PhD, and I want to do science and all of this. So I would have still persisted, but they're just making this process so much more enjoyable and so much more beautiful and amazing. And I'm just so grateful for women. It's women all the time. So yeah. You know what I think the main point is as to why this is so, or this feels so fundamentally different, is that with female supervisors, I feel like I don't need to perform. Not in the sense that I don't want to do my job well. No, this has nothing to do with it. But I'm meaning I feel like we can see one another as human beings, and in this complex world of what that all means, and you don't have to keep up the facade of, okay, so now I have an appointment with a professor, so now I have to pretend that this and this and this and this and that. No, each time that I have dealt with a female senior scientist, supervisor, professor, I have always felt comfortable enough to just be, and to say, yes, I'm stressed right now, yes, this is quite difficult, yes, this and this is happening, but I'm still willing to do that. And there's never any doubt to your ability, your capacity, or willingness to do certain things. It's always kind of, okay, how can we make this work? And I think that this comes from, guys, I could cry right now because last week I was having this other supervisor that kind of was, in the way he was talking to me, was suggesting that probably I was lazy just because I had an external appointment and needed to leave his course earlier. And it's things like this never for me came up dealing with female supervisors ever. And I think what this also could come from is that you look at, like, they look at things with a solution focused mind. It's like, okay, what do we need to get done? What is happening? What are the obstacles? How can we make this work? How can we support one another to make things work? It's like working with each other to get to the goal instead of working against each other and making life more difficult for one another. And yeah, I cannot tell you, I cannot stress this fact of how much this means to me enough. And I'm just really grateful. Like, you don't even know. It's just a difference like day and night for me, comparing this week where everything's a problem, your life is more difficult, you're more miserable, compared to having these appointments and just sitting there super relaxed and being so much more productive in one day than you've been in a week with another person. It's crazy, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I finished this other course now, so I'm done. Kind of. I still have to write a report, which is annoying, but I'm done with the course. I can now go home and go to sleep. Wow. And then prepare the last little bits for the Baja trip on the weekend and then fly out next week. Guys, I didn't see this level of workload and exhaustion coming, but it did come, and I dealt with it by blocking everyone. Even my story replies, remember? But here we are, getting there, slowly but surely, somehow. Once I get to publish this paper, I don't know how we're gonna celebrate, but we're gonna celebrate. I might just invite everyone that has joined a Science Week trip where we funded that research and where we did that research. I might just invite all of you for the celebration of this publication. I don't know, let's see, guys. But yeah. Also, guys, thank you for, I know that I'm supposed to be an influencer and I'm supposed to produce content all the time, and I'm not doing it because there's so much going on in the real world, and it's not just about creating dive content and underwater content. It's about, for me, it's always been about science. It's always been about that. It just happened to be that I did content creation along the way. And now I'm working to combine the two so that they can mutually be beneficial. And that is very hard because I'm trying to do 2 careers at once. And everyone, like a lot of people, men, that I have encountered along the way have tried to tell me multiple times of how this wasn't possible and I should focus on one thing. And I always refused, even though it was kind of killing me because it's very exhausting to do these things all at once. But yeah, I think I just want to say thank you to you guys for understanding that I'm not the conventional influencer that can put out a lot of content all the time and that is not posting amazing stuff daily, but that there is weeks and sometimes even months without new content. And all of you are still here. I really appreciate that. And I hope that you can somehow see that this this mission here is a mission and that I'm trying my best and that we're trying to do bigger things. And even though I'm not constantly talking about it, even though I'm not constantly producing videos about it, even though I'm not constantly like in your faces saying, okay, this, and putting out videos and video, even though it's not always there, I hope you know that in the background, behind this screen, a lot of things are happening. And yeah, I hope you know that by being here, you are still supporting that, even though I'm not putting out any content, you're not doing anything, but still by staying here and involved, it means a lot, it helps a lot. And that's just that. I think I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude now with this one meeting that I had. I love my supervisor. I should actually check if she's got Instagram and if I can give her a shout out. Okay, guys. But see how fried my brain is? Okay, bye, guys.